Hi guys, it is now week 18. I'm sick. That's, you can probably hear again in my weird clogged up face. In other news, I've purchased myself a new camera. It is the Canon IXUS 265HS. It's the newer model the newer model of a camera that a lot of DCP vloggers use, so hopefully it'll be able to produce some good quality footage. I'm actually using it now, so I thought I'd take this grand opportunity to show you the camera that I normally use, which is the Nikon, or Nikon, whatever you prescribe to, D3100. And it's a really good camera and I love it to death, but I realised quite a while ago actually that even with this camera I will not be able to vlog with it because it is too heavy. I don't want to drop it, it'd just be dumb. So I'm going to take this for sit-down vlogs like this if I ever do them, and for taking really high quality photographs of the parks, my adventures. But if I ever need something to vlog with while I'm on the move, or take photos really quickly of like weird stuff that we're doing that I wouldn't take my DSLR to, like Walmart or whatever, then I'm definitely going to be using this camera. It was reasonably priced. I ended up getting it for $195, but they're selling it for $225 at JB Hi-Fi at the moment. So far it has been amazing, but you're not here to hear about my camera, are you? At the end of the intro I will probably switch back to my DSLR so I can show you the camera, but today we are going to be mainly focusing on the fact that, one, I lied to you in my last video, and two, the next segment of my preparing for your interview episodes. Are these episodes? I don't really think they count as episodes. Videos. Alright guys, so now that I've switched cameras I can show you the new one. This is it. It's very nice. I was hoping to get the black one, but they didn't really give me a choice. And it's full HD without being AVC HD, which means the footage will be a cinch to edit. It's gonna be great. I'm really excited about this because my day in the life video didn't end up as well as I wanted it to because the format that records in is really hard to work with. I'm really glad that I'm gonna have this camera to take to my interview, and so I can vlog my interview really easily. Also, I apologise for the terrible quality of the day in the life video. I was trying really hard not to let anyone know that I was recording, so I was holding it like by my side. And so a lot of the footage ended up really shaky, and I'm really sorry. Part of the reason why I started this series, not to go too far into it so early, was just so that I could learn about the ins and outs of making videos before I actually got to Disney World, because I would hate for my first couple of vlogs, which obviously are traditions, check-in, the most important stuff, to end up me like pointing the camera down at my feet and all you can see is my chin, and like, so I'm actually really happy that I screwed up that video and it wasn't an important one. I've actually got a couple of weeks until my interview, and if I do get accepted, ages to learn how to vlog properly so that my vlogs won't end up looking disgusting. So don't hate me because I'm learning. But yeah, so I'm happy about the camera, but let's move on. Our first piece of business is the fact that I actually lied to you guys last week. There are now 2 more videos, including this one. I've got this video, and then next week, and then the week after is the interview. So I'm actually going to extend the preparing for your interview series, I guess you could call it, to 3 videos instead of 2. So today we're going to talk about what to say in your interview. This one can be a bit of a hit and miss because what you say in your interview is entirely obviously up to you, but a lot of the stuff is really, really personal. One of the questions that people worry about the most is why Disney or why this program, and especially the why Disney question is really, really personal. Like, everyone's experiences of Disney are their own experiences. Everyone's love of Disney comes from different aspects of the films or the music or the whatever. It's all very personal, and no one can have the same answer as you unless they're going for really generic answers. If you're actually going for real genuine answers to these questions that are personal to you instead of just the general, it's a good experience, it'll look good on my resume, this, that and whatever, there's nothing wrong with those. But if instead of going for those answers you're going for ones that hit closer to home for you, then those answers will be different to anybody else's. So I can't really give you too much advice on how to answer the questions that they give you, but what I have prepared along with a friend of mine from the Facebook group Beck, we've compiled a list of possible questions they might ask you from forums and previous experiences of people that we know have gone on the interviews, and I'll post a link to that somewhere here or further down because it's just hosted privately on my Google Drive. So if you click the link, it'll take you there. The first page is a huge explanation of how to use it, and I think that page is really, really important. I would not advise that you skip it. Normally I'm all for skipping over instructions, but this one's really, really important because one of the things that they do look for in the interviews are people who are too rehearsed, and you may actually have, it may actually have an adverse effect on your application if you come across as too rehearsed. The way I use the table and the way I advise others to use the table is just to use it as a way to organize your thoughts. Be like, this is what they might ask me and this is what I might say in response. And especially for the bigger questions like why Disney, why this program, you may have a lot of information that you want to get across but only a certain amount of time to do it in. So what you can do is you can put your entire answer down, no holds barred, and then just cut out things that maybe aren't that important, that are just taking up time in your answer, and file it down to just the most important points, the things that you really, really want to say. And then in the interview you can go in and not have every single word planned out, but be like, these are the points that I want to hit. And so it'll still come across conversational, but you won't be nervous about it because you know what you want to say. And that's definitely the way that I've been using it, is just being like, this is approximately what I want to say, and the wording may change, but the main focal point of my answer will not. And so that's really all the advice I can give you in terms of how to answer the questions that they ask you. But I think one of the really, really big parts of the interview is the questions that you ask them at the end. Because answering questions at the end of an interview shows that you are really interested in it, that you've really thought about it. There are things that you want to know about the experience and how you can further your experience. I really hope you found this useful, and if you did, I'd love some compliments because I really need an ego boost, and if you didn't, I'd really love some constructive criticism about what you'd love to see in the future or what you think I need to change. So I will see you guys next week. Bye!